Hello, this is James Arthur Ray, the author of the New York Times bestseller Harmonic Wealth, as well as my latest book, Life Unleashed: How to Live Life on Your Own Terms, Harness Your Unique Genius, and Have Maximum Impact on the World. Let me ask you, do you have some creative ideas? Do you have some things that you'd like to bring into creation, that you would like to do in your life, that you'd like to accomplish, you'd like to fulfill? Do you have some innovative ideas? Some new inspirations that come to you? Maybe when you're working out, that's when they most often come to me, or I shouldn't say most often, but often, a lot of times. When I'm working out, I get some of my greatest ideas because the endorphins are pumping, the neurotransmitters are firing. Well, let me tell you something that's kind of a rub. Most of your ideas won't work. Now, you say, James, how do you know? Well, I know because I've been an entrepreneur most of my life, and if you check in with your life, you will find this is true. And every entrepreneur who's been an entrepreneur for any amount of time knows this to be a fact. Most things don't work, but then again, they do. Paradox, such is life. I'll come back to that in a minute. You see, the age-old example, which you probably heard, is Edison creating a light bulb. You know, someone asked him, how did you feel when you failed 1,000 times? He said, I didn't fail 1,000 times to create the light bulb. Creating a light bulb took 1,000 steps to create. Powerful mindset, powerful reframe. Because you see, if you're afraid to fail, you will never, ever, ever scratch the surface of your potential, because failure is a man-made term. You see, failure is just something we stick on as a label on an experience or a circumstance or a situation that we don't prefer. Are you with me? Something that we really don't care for, we stick a label on it and call it failure. But what if it's not failure? What if it's learning? You see, if you are consistently learning, then is it really failure? Edison is a prime example of this. The light bulb took 1,000 steps to create. You know, most people would have stopped around 10, and they say, oh, I've tried everything. No, you haven't tried everything. You've tried 10 things. You know, then there are others maybe made it to 100. I've tried everything. No, you haven't tried everything. You've tried 100 things. Because perseverance is a rare quality. And so, if most things don't work, but then again they do, why? Because we learn. And so if we're learning, we're winning. If we're learning, we're expanding and growing. And the whole of this universe and the whole of your life is about development, advancement, and growth. And so consequently, we learn the most in the crucible of challenge. We learn the most when we, quote, fail. Are you with me? Because that's where you are able to analyze and make adjustments. Oh, this is what I learned. This is what I'll do next time. So what's the key to doing great work if most things don't work? Here it is. Are you ready? The key to doing great work is to do a lot of work. Why? Because you recognize that most things won't work. So you have to come up with a large quantity of work, because how many things have to work to be hugely successful and fulfilled in your life, wealthy beyond measure? How many things have to work? One. But not the first one, and maybe not the second, third, fourth, fifth one either. Maybe not the 999th one, if you're Edison. But you just keep going. The key to great work is to do a lot of work, to put a lot of things out, to try this angle and that angle and this angle and that angle. And you see, what most people do is they never even accomplish a fraction of their potential because they're too busy, caught up in the paralysis of analysis, attempting to find the perfect strategy, the perfect approach, the perfect product, the perfect idea. And the fact is that that's perfectly the wrong approach. Do a lot of work. Put it out there. Learn from it. Act, analyze, adjust. That's one of my mottos. Act, analyze, adjust. What do most people do? Analyze, 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 try to perfect, analyze, analyze, adjust, 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 and maybe then act. No, act, analyze, adjust. Put out a lot of work, and you will do great work in time. I hope I've given you some things to think about. Until we speak again, stay awake, love life, and be epic.